My name is Jessica Laufenberg, and I am the founder of SBR Endurance Performance Center and Rocket Bicycle Studio here in Verona, Wisconsin. For me, doing bike fitting and just biomechanic analysis, having left-right balance is really important for me. So having the Type R and taking a look at that, my goal is to get the athlete to pedal equally and do equal work left and right. And then from that, I can peel out muscle imbalances. And then from there, I could take a look at, is it maybe the saddle is too wide for them? Is the crank arm too long? Do they just need to do some corrective exercises or stretching, or be more aware of their pedal stroke and that they need to engage their left hamstring? They just never have before. So the Type R is able to get them to look at that, and I can cue them or give them certain workouts to focus on, and they can see that immediate reaction, and they're like, oh, I went a half mile an hour faster by just doing this, but they're getting that immediate feedback that they're doing it correctly too. So that's going to be a huge avenue. Once they can get that balance corrected, I think their performance is going to grow. Once I start getting them into a better position, putting the Type R on them to take a look at how their pelvic rotation is, how the crank arm length will impact that, and giving them actual feedback on how they're pedaling. Sometimes people don't have an awareness of where they are on the bike, and it gives them so much feedback that it can be a continuing and ongoing communication and relationship with that athlete versus just a one-time fitting with that person. So definitely recommending to anybody who is in that area for bike fitting. Some of the metrics that the Type R offers, the two biggest ones that I am interested in at the moment with bike fitting is dead spot score, which is a key indicator. I like to use that against the pedal stroke and the crank arm length, because you can definitely see improvement in dead spot score that you decrease that and they're getting a more efficient pedal stroke. Pelvic rotation also is important to me to look at if crank arm length is too long for them and they're rocking back and forth too much, but then also if they're rotated too much in an aero position, if I'm looking at a TT or triathlon position, sometimes too aggressive in a rotation will decrease performance, or not enough over the pedal stroke. All that information does definitely help me out when I'm taking a look at improving their biomechanic performance and changing that crank arm length. You're getting a positive response in cadence and power and comfort. So improving those three simple things, I could just do that on the fly and they're just gonna feel so much better. So when you can get that athlete to feel better right away, you got them, and you can just make them better. My goal for my bike fitting is to add the Type R on in two different forms. One would be adding the Type R as an add-on to my current bike fitting to get more information for that athlete, and then also for those athletes, once we have worked on improving their fit, take the Type R out on the road, get that feedback and how we can continually increase their performance by dialing in their fit once they're in a dynamic position out on the road. And I think that's the big missing piece to get information. When I'm having them here, I can take a look at their pedal stroke, but you can still do that out on the road with some devices, but not everybody has it. Where the Type R is mobile, can go on anybody, and it's very transferable back and forth. So I think it's just a great add-on for fitting and continuing that relationship.